Hello everyone, this is Tina Banks here with Burrow's Best, and today we are featuring Stephanie Howell with 3 Beaus and a Belle.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us today, Stephanie. And I just wanted to know, how did you come up with the name for this phenomenal business?
Well, I wanted, my business team told me that I needed to have something that had really reflected on my family because they're so important to me, and we were blessed with 3 boys and a girl, and they are 16, 9, 3, and 2, and they are definitely the reason that I work so hard to make this a success.
Wow, and that's something that we have in common because I have 3 Beaus and a Belle as well.
That is so funny.
Yeah, so tell us a little bit about this phenomenal business and how you got it started.
Okay, well, it was a complete God thing. I think that He opened the doors for me. I came in, I've been a long time consigner with the original owner back when it was the children's cottage down on Main Street.
That. Yeah.
And that's the only way you can afford your children's clothes when you have so many. And I came in one day to buy some pants and for my little girl, and the owner mentioned that she wanted to sell because she wanted to retire. And before I left, I was thinking, hey, I love children. I love people. I could totally do this. I have a degree in business.
Yeah.
And before I left, and then when I got in the car, she actually sent me a message and was like, hey, you think about it. And so right then I thought that was confirmation, and within a few weeks we had the loaning for it, and here we are.
Wow. So how long ago was that?
9 months.
Can
you believe it?
I cannot.
I can't believe it either.
So the original store that you bought out just had children's clothing and toys, but you have expanded that.
Completely expanded it. Within my first 3 weeks, I saw that there was definitely a need because high school moms were coming in to buy for their kids, but by the time you get high school, they're grown.
Oh yeah.
So I saw that there was a big need for larger clothes. So we immediately added the men's and the late ladies. And then being a voluptuous person, I thought there's not really a lot of affordable shops for consignment to buy, or anywhere to buy larger women's clothes. So I added that on. And then the last thing we did was add maternity, because I remember every time I was pregnant how hard it was.
It was hard, wasn't it?
Yes. And then you had to order everything offline, but nothing really fit. And then who wants to pay shipping? Nobody. So we expanded to that, and that has been a big success.
Well, that is, I know it's something that's very much needed here.
I agree. And we sell out almost every time that we get a really great lot in. It goes out the door.
I bet. So tell us how the whole process works about the consigning process.
Okay. As a consigner, I do try to keep it very simple. Previous owners, you had to bring it on hangers. You could bring it at any time, but I like to keep it super simple. So all you do is you bring me 2 totes. That's a limit due just to the size that we have. You bring it clean and folded in a tote, and I do the rest. Yep, I hang, tag, price, and sell it, and then we split it at the end of the month. You can pick up a check for what's sold, or you can use your store credit at any time to shop.
What do you feel most of your customers do?
I think the vast majority, in the beginning, they wanted their checks. But I think since we expanded, praise God, that they are seeing like, oh wow, I can get this Vera Bradley tote in here for $25. So they're really starting to see the benefit of shopping in store.
So what do you feel that you would be doing had you not taken on this venture?
I would still be at home, overwhelmed with all of my children, and I just felt like something was missing, which is why when I was a homeschool mom, I was always searching, because I love to serve and I love to help others. My husband can attest, I'm always trying to volunteer, or I always want to help others, and it sometimes is problematic because some people have this view that you're supposed to stay home and take care of yours, which is true. But I think God gave us each a different calling, and some of us are meant to do that, plus help others. And with this, I was able to do that. But when I was home, I was always trying to volunteer or go to co-ops or help other people with their children. So this has definitely quenched that need for me, that I can help the community and take care of my children at the same time.
I love it. So, how has COVID affected your business, if it has in any way?
It has, I think, made it better because so many people didn't want to go to the bigger stores like Belle and Walmart and to get their clothes. So they started to seek out a smaller option because we can actually say that there's somebody that's pregnant that definitely wants to stay with the masks and the Lysol, everything. So they can call me and say, hey, can I come in early and shop or on a Monday and shop all by myself? Yes, you can. We can do that for you. We also have opened up the option where you give us a call or send us messages and we'll shop for you. You give me a list.
Nice.
It's so fun. You give us we'll ask, well, what does your little girl like? Does she like unicorns or is she more into like the glitter and glitz? And then you give us a list of what you need. We pack it up. We put it in your car. And then you don't even have to come in. But we really took off. And we opted out of the mandate for masks, and a lot of people felt that was a benefit to them because I believe in free will. So if you want to wear a mask, that's awesome. If not, then that's your choice. But of course, I did get some backlash from that at the beginning before it was understood really, but it was a learning opportunity for me for sure.
All of us,
for sure. We're still evolving.
Yeah. So what advice can you give others that may want to start a business like this?
Definitely, while it's healthy to have a certain amount of fear, don't let that rule you. Like if you have an idea that you want to go with, go for it. And I would definitely also suggest to use the local establishments like the Borough Big group, the Borough Industry group downtown. They were phenomenal with helping me get finance, writing my business plan. They just helped cover anything I could imagine.
They are good.
And they were so thorough and they wanted to help. Like even if I didn't check in on a certain day or something, they were like, hey, everything going good? You need us?
That's what they're there to do.
They were
so
please
good. Connect if you're considering doing a business.
For sure. And I again just say do local because I used Bullock first for our banking needs and they have been phenomenal with teaching me because I learned that business checking and owning a business that way is totally different from personal.
Oh, yeah.
So I had to learn a lot about that.
So is there anything else that we may not know about your business that you want other people to know?
Yes. One thing that I'd love for everybody to know is how being a consigner blesses the community. And can I tell you about that?
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens is when you bring in your clothes and they go on the rack, they have 3 months to sell. If it doesn't sell, it gets pulled and it's labeled as expired on your account. And then most consigning shops, they just, sad as it is, just dump all the clothes, which is so sad to me. So when I bought the business, I was like, there has to be a better way because I was just going through and anything that has a hole, stain, or tear was going in the trash. And I was like, that's just sad to me. So 2 things that I did. I found a recycling group out of South Carolina, and they come and we put anything that has hole, stains, or tears in a green bin outside, and they come pick it up, no charge to me, and they recycle it and turn it into couch cushions. It is the coolest thing. Or, any type of furniture, they come and they clean it. So that makes me feel proud that we're not just dumping more into the landfill, but they even take purses, sheets, beds, towels, not beds, bedding, and towels, and you can go out at any time and drop stuff off if you're cleaning out. And then another way we bless the community is through your clothes is that what doesn't sell that is good, we donate to 4 local establishments. We donate a lot to Fostering Bullock, Second is Best organization, the Women's Shelter as needed, because they've cut down on their what they're able to take in. And then we also have by word of mouth, I'm not sure whose mouth, but at some point it got out that I love to help children. I think that you should, if a child has no clothes, then come to me and we will get that baby some clothes.
We have in common.
I would do that so heavy on my heart. Yes. So people would come in, and I do have to, take it with a grain of salt. Of course, I always have to try to be aware of what's going on. But yes, we get calls from the hospital. If there was a baby born that doesn't have anything to come home in, we deliver. So your clothes that are expired, we still get to use those, and they get to go to another family in need. Or last week there was a house fire. They were able to come in and just get whatever they needed. And that's just, I love that. That's blessing the community through the community, because you bring me your clothes, and then what doesn't sell, we get to bless those.
That is so awesome.
It is a lot of fun. That's my favorite part. And even if you had a family in mind that's like, hey, she just had a new baby, or even an adult, an elderly person that can't afford new clothes, reach out. I keep a list. And as soon as we get that size on the expired line, they get a box.
Awesome.
It's a lot of fun.
Okay, so I'm happy that you shared that with us. So what do you consider to be your favorite Burrell best place in town?
My favorite place in town is definitely Dee's Friendly Diner downtown.
Is that like
It was not downtown. I say downtown, but it's by Big Box.
Yeah.
Yes, it is my favorite place to hang out. They have the most incredible staff. They are so generous. Their prices are low, and they have the best coffee.
That says it all.
I mean, yes. I am a big advocate for Dee's Friendly Diner.
That is awesome. And that sums up all the questions that I have for you.
Oh, great. Today. Well, thank you so much for coming and looking at the shop. And
do you want to tell us a little bit about each area? Like, what do we have behind us here?
Do you know what I would like to tell you based on this area is that I love to support local children entrepreneurs. And these scrunchies are actually made by a local elementary school student, and she donates the money to St. Jude's Hospital. And she brings us scrunchies every month, and she makes them all by hand. Isn't that so amazing? And we have, just keep going. And then we have a local artist in town that paints exclusively for our store.
Can we say the name?
Yes, her name is Katie Aldridge, and she specializes in watercolors.
Those
and
are beautiful.
She can paint anything. She can do customs, or she'll just paint these amazing things. And I can't wait to expand her options that we have here in the store. We also have, I like to support, we have a local mom that makes our bows right behind Miss Tina, and makes our head wraps. Miss Rachel Martin of Bands, Beaus, and More.
Way to go, Rachel. Those are lovely.
They sell out a lot. And then we have another local mom who owns La Hacienda, another local store. Have you ever been there yet?
I have not.
You've got to go.
I will go.
It's a Western wear store. You will love it. They have the best jewelry ever and the best boots, but I'm more into the jewelry. Her name is Aubrey Green. She makes our more natural looking head wraps. But they're so
check
different.
her out.
You're gonna love her. And then we have another local retired nurse, Miss Allison Edgerton, that specializes in our bows, like the clip-in bows, not the head wraps. And she makes them all. They're all different, and she keeps them very affordable. And those are a big seller here in the store.
Cool beans. Well, all right. I enjoyed speaking with you. Until the next time, we'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.